And what is the status of the anti-FATCA battle?
It's gaining momentum. The anti-FATCA battle is really only just begun, and it's now been in force for 12 months, but it's affecting more and more people. And because it's affecting more people, then there's more publicity. The more publicity that's raised, then the more campaigning that's done. And there's two groups that are campaigning very strongly. One is Americans abroad, and the other is Republicans overseas. And they're campaigning and raising the profile of it, raising funds for it, and trying to make sure that politicians take action.
What are the damaging effects that you talk about of FATCA?
FATCA is very, very damaging for the American economy, and it's also very damaging for Americans that are working abroad. I'm sure the intentions were good in the first place, but unfortunately the effects are not good. Americans abroad are finding it difficult to open bank accounts, difficult to gain mortgages. They're affected, and it's 7.6 million Americans, green card holders and accidental Americans. You know, they're people that were born in America by accident, and all of a sudden they're within this net, and all of a sudden they become financial lepers.
And how are Americans overseas mitigating the adverse effects of FATCA?
They're needing to take advice. Americans are needing to make sure that they have tax advice. They're making sure that their forms are filled in correctly. They're even saying that passports won't be renewed unless people's tax status is up to date. And of course, if you're working abroad, that tax status can be even more complicated than somebody that's working in the US. And of course, these people are the very people that are representing the US. They're the ones that are being penalised. And these people that are representing the US around the world and creating trade for America are the ones that themselves are being penalised, and yet they're actually simply representing their own country.
So where does the anti-FATCA effort go from here?
If it's not repealed, then unfortunately it will gain even more momentum, and it will become a global act. It's Big Brother is watching you. You know, it was warned. And you know, is America about freedom? Is it about getting rid of red tape, or is it about creating more red tape? Okay, we'd like to think that it's about more of a liberation, and yes, if people aren't paying their taxes, they should pay their taxes, and there are other ways of doing it without creating this massive unnecessary red tape.